Voltage, vitality, elevation.
Natural disasters and extreme weather have been a fact of life since the dawn of humanity, forces we've both feared and tried to understand. At Mount Kanlaon, on Negros Island in the Philippines, that ancient dialogue between earth and sky erupted. Once again, the volcano spoke, and we were reminded once more of nature's timeless power. At 4:38 p.m., February 19, 2026. Kanlaon Volcano stirred as a towering plume of ash erupted from its summit. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, (PHIVOLCS), reported a dark gray cloud rising 2,000 meters above the crater. The eruption was brief, just 2 minutes, but it sent a wave of seismic tremors through the region. Despite the dramatic plume, there was only light ashfall, just enough to coat surfaces and no evacuations. Authorities maintained Alert Level 2, signaling that the volcano remains active, and scientists continue to monitor for any further signs of escalation. As evening fell, the sky above Kanlaon remained clear, but the tension lingered, an unsettled giant stirring once more. As the ash plume slowly faded into the sky, a stillness settled over the villages below. The sirens, once urgent, quieted, and only a faint rumble echoed beneath the surface. PHIVOLCS immediately issued a bulletin, announcing the end of the plume but maintaining Alert Level 2. Seismographs at their Negros station captured faint tremors, and residents huddled around radios, waiting for the next update. Farmers wiped a fine layer of ash from their rooftops, while shopkeepers reopened their doors, determined to keep life moving. But beneath the ordinary rhythms, a quiet vigilance remained, waiting as the ground continued to breathe. Kanlaon is a stratovolcano, a towering layered giant built by centuries of successive eruptions. Unlike shield volcanoes, these are steep, symmetrical, and often explosive. Each layer, a ribbon of hardened lava, ash, and rock, tells a story of both destruction and rebirth. As the sun sets behind its silhouette, we remember that Kanlaon is not just a mountain. It's a testament to the Earth's restless power. Kanlaon Volcano is not just an isolated giant. It is a vital thread in the tapestry of the Pacific Ring of Fire. This ring, a vast horseshoe of seismic activity encircling the Pacific Ocean, is home to over half of the world's active volcanoes. Here, the Pacific Plate collides and grinds against the Eurasian and Philippine plates, building invisible pressure beneath the Earth. Kanlaon, perched along this volatile boundary, is a stratovolcano precisely because it rises from these restless plates. When tectonic stress accumulates deep underground, it finds release in sudden, dramatic bursts, plumes of ash that billow skyward, and pyroclastic flows, superheated currents of gas and debris, racing down its flanks. In this way, Kanlaon is a reminder that it is not just a mountain in isolation, but a living testament to a planet in constant motion, reminding us that we stand on the edge of a world still being shaped by fire and fault lines. Kanlaon's story is etched in the annals of time, each eruption a marker in the region's memory. The earliest recorded eruption dates back to 1866, when a sudden burst shook the island, sending ash across Negros. Then, in 1919, a massive eruption blanketed villages in darkness, forcing entire communities to rebuild. Oral histories speak of ancestors who lived in the shadow of Kanlaon, their lives shaped by both fear and reverence. More recently, in 2011, a series of small eruptions reminded everyone that Kanlaon is never dormant for long. These moments, recorded in newspapers, family lore, and scientific journals, form a continuum, a reminder that Kanlaon is not just a natural force, but a partner in the people's past, present, and future. For the people of Negros Occidental, Kanlaon is both guardian and shadow, an ever-present force woven into daily life. Morning begins with quiet prayers as families glance toward the volcano, measuring the sky and listening for subtle tremors. Children grow up with stories, how their grandparents watched ash fall like rain, how their ancestors rebuilt from each eruption. When the sirens sound, they don't run in panic, but gather, helping neighbors, watching, waiting. This volcano, they know, is a part of their very breath, shaping their resilience, their hope, and their deep, steady will to carry on despite the uncertain ground beneath them. As Kanlaon looms in the background, the future is being shaped by knowledge and collaboration. Scientists now monitor Kanlaon with a network of seismic sensors, satellites, and weather stations, providing real-time data that feeds into early warning systems. Schools now incorporate volcano preparedness into their curriculum, so children learn how to stay safe. Local governments have crafted evacuation plans, not for panic, but for readiness, training teams to respond swiftly if the ground stirs. In this way, the people of Negros Occidental do not simply wait for fate. They learn, adapt, and build a future where knowledge and preparedness stand as a shield against uncertainty. In the quiet labs and on the slopes of Kanlaon, a new generation of scientists decodes the mountain's language. Using ground deformation studies, they track subtle shifts in the earth, measuring how the volcano subtly swells or contracts before an event. Gas emission sensors detect tiny changes in sulfur dioxide, a warning whisper from deep below. Thermal imaging reveals shifts in heat, a sign that molten rock stirs beneath. Each study is a thread, weaving a clearer picture of Kanlaon's future. Through their work, we come to understand that every ash plume and tremor is a piece in a larger equation, one that, step by step, brings us closer to predicting and perhaps one day preventing catastrophe. In the shadow of Kanlaon, a delicate balance unfolds, one where risk and respect intertwine. The people of Negros Occidental don't deny the danger. They embrace it with a wisdom born of generations. Each day, they rebuild not just homes, but traditions, teaching their children that Kanlaon is both a challenge and a guide. With each scientific advance, each evacuation drill, they grow stronger. And so, the people and the volcano move in sync, forever aware, forever adapting, finding their equilibrium in a world shaped by fire and hope. As the sun rises behind Kanlaon, a new harmony takes shape, a harmony between nature and humanity. For every ash plume that rises, there is a will to learn, and every tremor, a chance to grow. In this fragile dance, we discover that hardship is not just destruction, but a pathway to renewal. The people of Negros Occidental and their mountain teach us that by listening to the earth, by respecting its rhythms, we don't lose to nature. We evolve with it. And so, through every challenge, we rise, stronger, wiser, and ready to walk forward with the planet as a partner, not a threat. As the dawn breaks behind Kanlaon, we see not just a volcano, but a symbol of our own ascent. In every hardship and every tremor, we are elevated, rising toward wisdom, compassion, and a deeper harmony with the earth. We walk forward not in fear, but in hope, knowing that by staying steady, listening, and learning, we rise, elevated, to a future where both nature and humanity thrive in balance. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. What do you think about the Mount Kanlaon volcano eruption? Let me know in the comments below. Stay curious, guys. Stay electrified. And always stay elevated.
Thanks for watching Voltage Vitality Elevation. Please select one of the videos displayed on the screen to continue watching.